the 2017 BMW 2 Series Coupe. In my opinion, get ready for it. This is the best car BMW builds today, and yet it's not all about luxury or anything like that. This is all about the ultimate driving machine. I'm Jay, and welcome to this latest episode of Car Buzz Unboxing Reviews. I want to thank Nilo BMW, which is part of the Nilo company, for letting us come on down and film today. So the 2 Series Coupe. Now this is now branded as the 230i Coupe. It used to be called the 228i, but for 2017, basically, BMW upgraded it, gave it a little bit more power, so they also, in turn, gave it a slightly different numerical name. For an example, the M235i is now the M240i, and the M240i is the M Sport Performance version, but yet it is still not the M2, but I'll get to more of those details in a few minutes. Now, the 2 Series is the successor to the previous 1 Series. Now, a future 1 Series is going to come out, but it'll probably be front-wheel drive based. And, of course, the 2 Series is rear-wheel drive. Now, you need to understand something about the 2 Series here, is that this is essentially the classic BMW that the automaker began building back in, let's say, the mid-1970s and culminated with the 2002, the BMW 2002 rather, the original E30 3 Series as well. And over the years, the 3 Series specifically, it's just grown more and more in size into what it is today. But this is it. This is the ultimate driving machine. BMW made the decision a couple decades ago to become a real luxury brand to compete against Mercedes-Benz, for an example. But this 230i Coupe here, this harkens back to what I feel BMW is all about. German engineering and just a wonderful driving experience. This is the purest BMW. And yet, this one is still not the higher performance versions. Again, there's the M240i and the M2. This is just the base 230i Coupe. And if we're up to me, and if I was the one assigning that check over to the dealership, this right here is the car I would buy. Yes, the 230i Coupe. Now, this interior here, they call this Black Senza Tech. Just a basic black interior, but it works wonderfully. It's not too what I like to call fancy schmancy or anything like that. Yes, it is premium. This is still considered a luxury / premium car, but it's just not overdone. And yet this car, it still comes with a 3-spoke sport leather steering wheel, 8-way sport seats, an anthracite headliner. Now, this car is also equipped with the cold weather package for $700. That's about the only package this particular 230i comes equipped with. It has a heated steering wheel, heated front seats, and retractable headlight washers. And as you just saw there, yes, there is a rear seat. Very small, but yes, it does exist. And the overall build quality, again, it's BMW. This is very, very good. Is it quite Audi level fit and finish? Maybe not quite, but I have no qualms or complaints whatsoever here. And the driving position is excellent because, again, this is the purest BMW. And when I say purest for BMW fans, it's those who just appreciate driving. They're not as much interested in all-out luxury and or even having the fastest car, because let me tell you, the 230i here is not the fastest car. It is still one of the most enjoyable cars you can buy today in terms of just driving feel and emotional feedback. And the overall dash design, yeah, it's simple. It's straightforward. Again, yeah, the rotary dial. Every single BMW has it because they all have iDrive. And that's fine. We've gotten used to iDrive in BMWs. It's just standard now. And you have the 6.5-inch screen. Again, it's standard. You can get a larger one with, I believe, with navigation. Again, but you have to pay more money for that. But this one also comes with a Sirius radio for $465. Again, it's worth it if you use the Sirius radio. And as I always say, iDrive has really come a long way. This is a very user-friendly system to use today. It didn't always used to be, but finally BMW has worked out all the kinks. And this is so much of the base model. It just has standard climate control, not dual zone, not tri or quad, just the standard automatic climate control. And it's more than enough for this car. Again, it's a coupe. It's not a very big interior. Why pay more for stuff that you really don't need? Because you don't. So let's talk safety here, just because, well, it's something people always want to know about. You have your front and rear head protection system, driver and passenger airbags, seat-mounted front side impact airbags, knee airbags for both the driver and passenger. This car even comes with a first aid kit for $45. Why not? You also have four-wheel ventilated disc brakes with an ABS system, dynamic brake control, and cornering brake control. Again, having those braking control systems is great because you're going to need them. You're going to want to be taking this car to the nearest twisty mountain road or just any good driving road. And it's also such an excellent daily driver, too. I mean, look, you have a USB port here, plenty of interior storage. And as you saw with that rear seat, and you'll see again in a moment, it's tight, but you can still get all of your, your gym bags, your grocery bags in there just fine. So how does it drive? Well, that's the best part about it. This is the ultimate driving machine. As I said earlier, this is one of the best driver's cars on sale today. That list also includes the Mazda MX-5 Miata, the Fiat 124 Spider, the Toyota 86, and the Subaru BRZ, and yes, the BMW 230i. And yeah, this steering wheel, leather wrapped, it's standard. It's a 3-spoke steering wheel. It's not the M Sport steering wheel, and I really like the look of that. But you got to pay more for that. And back to how does it drive? Well, it's got 4 settings: Eco Pro, Comfort Sport, and Sport Plus. Sport Plus, it really tightens up the suspension. It might be a little too much for some, but look, you have the option if you want it. I suspect most drivers will be driving around in comfort for most of the time. But the overall driving feel, it's very agile, and it's just an awful lot of fun to drive. Now, this is very important what I want to tell you here in terms of packaging for the 230i. Now, as you well know, with BMWs or any German automaker, once you start adding on all the packages, things can get very, very expensive, very, very fast. Now, the only package that I think that the 230i needs, but this particular model does not have, is the track and handling package for an extra $2,300. Trust me, it's money very well spent. Why? You have the M Sport brakes, variable sport steering, and adaptive M suspension. Those are 3 key elements to really making this one of the best driver's cars on the market today. Here's what I mean. The rear seat, yeah, it's tight. But look, it's convenient for some purposes, but I still think it's going to be best for just for putting your gym bag back there or something like that. And again, plenty of trunk space here. As I mentioned, this is just a very good daily. You have all the trunk space you need here. Now, if you need more, 60/40 split folding rear seats. There you go. That's it. And if you look back in the right-hand side there of the trunk, you can see that $45 first aid kit. So what's some of the competition here? Well, what's kind of cool is that not many automakers make coupes like this, especially the German automakers. You have the Audi A3, the Mercedes-Benz CLA class. I would also add in the Acura ILX. Now, not one of those is quite the same. A small coupe, rear-wheel drive layout. Again, that's what makes the 230i such a special car. It's what BMW used to be, and it's good to see that BMW hasn't forgotten its roots in that way. And I know that not everyone here is old enough to remember, but the original 2002 BMW, it's still a classic. One of the best driver's cars of all time. Alright, under the hood, this is a 2-liter turbo inline-four with 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters. If you want all-wheel drive, not a problem. It only costs an extra $2,000, but I don't think you want it. Rear-wheel drive is way more fun for this car. And the best part is, you can get a 6-speed manual for a no-cost option. That's awesome. However, that 8-speed automatic does have launch control while the manual doesn't. And this car doesn't have the sport exhaust, but whatever. Alright, performance. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds. Top speed is electronically limited to around 130 miles per hour, but you don't need to go any faster than that, because even 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds, that's still really good. Fuel economy, also very decent. 24 miles per gallon in the city, 35 on the highway, and a combined 28. The car weighs, this one right here, around 3,373 pounds, but if you go for the 6-speed manual, you'll cut about 30 pounds off. Now looking at this exterior design here, this is painted what they call Valencia Orange, $550 extra. Yeah, I would definitely go for it because I think it looks cool. You have these 18-inch lead alloy double spoke wheels. Those actually cost an extra $600. You have that chrome line exterior going just right above the doors. You also have, if you notice here, the black kidney grills up front. That actually costs an extra $210. I could take it or leave it, but for $200, why not? And the overall look of this car, it's perfect. The previous 1 Series, I thought it was a little pudgy looking. The front end just didn't quite work for me. It was kind of an ugly duckling, let's say. But the 230i here, BMW nailed it. It's refined, it's sporty looking. Look at it from the side view here, short front overhangs. I love that character line right going across the door handle there. It's aggressive and it just looks like a lot of fun to drive, and that's because it is. Alright, so let's talk about pricing here. Now this is great news. A base 230i Coupe, which is almost this one, but not quite, starts off at $32,850. Now this one here with the options that I told you about, for example, like the cold weather package, plus a $995 destination fee, grand total is $36,415. Not bad at all. And considering the average new car in the US right now is $33,000, so this is only $3,000 more than the average. That's pretty cool. And you're still getting a BMW, and in my opinion, the best BMW the automaker makes today. Why? It is the most pure and truest BMW out there. So what do I like? Again, it drives like the old compact BMWs many of us still love. It's just the basic premium coupe, and it just reminds me why BMW is the ultimate driving machine. And also, you have the pricing. It's fair. It's reasonable. It's affordable for many. And also, you can get a 6-speed manual for no extra money. Now, what don't I like? Literally nothing. Again, I keep coming back to like the one issue with all BMWs is that the extra option packages just rapidly increases the price. Apple CarPlay compatibility, for example, that's an extra $300. The M Sport package, $2,500. The premium package, about $3,000. Again, my ideal 230i, get the coupe. You can also get it as a cabrio. Would be basically this car with the track and handling package for $2,300 plus the 6-speed manual. There you go. Maybe I would pay more for the Valencia Orange exterior paint, $550. I do like these wheels, $600, but not at all totally necessary for me. Go for a 230i Coupe, 6-speed manual, Track and handling package, $2,300. You'll only be spending it around 35 grand, 36 maybe with a handling and destination fee. That's awesome. Now, if your budget allows and you want more power, there's the M240i and then the M2, which is the direct successor to the 1 Series M Coupe. I hope to do an unboxing review of that in the very near future. That thing has a twin-turbo inline-6 with 365 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60, 4 seconds. Incredible. BMW 2 Series, specifically the 230i Coupe. It's one of my favorites. But I'm out of time, everybody. Thanks for watching. Any questions for me? Leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you on my next unboxing review.